They laughed at Earth's peace talks. Then her war fleet blocked out their suns, the Zephyrian High. Council's laughter echoed through the crystalline chambers of their homeworld, a sound like breaking glass that had become all too familiar to Ambassador Sarah Chun. She stood before the towering alien delegates, her small human frame dwarfed by their imposing 7-foot statures, their chitinous exoskeletons gleaming under the artificial suns that powered their civilization. Peace talks? High Counselor Vexto clicked his mandibles in what passed for amusement among his species. The tiny mammals from the Third Rock want to negotiate? How quaint. Sarah maintained her diplomatic composure, though her jaw tightened imperceptibly. This was the 14th world she had visited in 6 months, carrying Earth's proposal for a galactic peace accord. The response had been universally the same: mockery, dismissal, and barely concealed contempt. "Honored Counselor," Sarah began, her voice steady despite the weight of countless previous failures. "Humanity seeks only to establish mutual understanding and cooperation among the star-faring species. We offer our knowledge, our resources, and our commitment to peaceful coexistence." Another wave of chittering laughter rippled through the assembly. Counselor Zixara leaned forward, her compound eyes reflecting the chamber's light like fractured prisms. What could a species that has barely left its own solar system possibly offer us? You have no advanced weaponry, no significant territory, no resources we cannot take at will. "We have something else," Sarah replied quietly. "We have hope and patience." "Hope?" Vexto's mandibles clicked rapidly. "Hope will not protect you when the hegemony decides your little blue world will make an excellent mining operation. Hope will not save you when we tire of your presence in our galaxy." The Zephyrian hegemony controlled 47 star systems, their military might unquestioned throughout this sector of the galaxy. They had crushed 7 civilizations in the past century alone, strip mining worlds and enslaving populations with mechanical efficiency. To them, humanity was nothing more than an amusing footnote in galactic history. Sarah nodded slowly, as if accepting their judgment. "I understand your position, Honored Counselor. Perhaps we should discuss the terms of Earth's surrender?" The suggestion sent fresh waves of amusement through the council. "Wise choice, little mammal," Vextol said. "We shall be generous. Your species may serve in our mining operations. Your children will make adequate laborers once properly conditioned." "That's very kind," Sarah said, her voice carrying an odd note that the Zephyrians, in their arrogance, failed to detect. "However, I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't offering Earth surrender. I was inquiring about yours." The laughter died instantly. "Impossible," Zixara hissed. "Your species has perhaps a dozen ships capable of interstellar travel. We have a fleet of 10,000 war vessels." Sarah smiled then, and something in that expression made the ancient alien warriors shift uncomfortably. You had a fleet of 10,000 war vessels. The chamber's communication systems crackled to life, displaying a holographic image that made the assembled council freeze in terror. Above their homeworld, above their mighty space stations and orbital defense platforms, hung a sight that defied comprehension. Ships, millions of them. They stretched across the star field like a metallic cloud, each vessel bearing the simple blue and white insignia of United Earth. The fleet was so vast, it literally blocked out portions of their binary suns, casting massive shadows across the planet's surface. "How?" Vextol whispered, his usual arrogance crumbling like ancient stone. "You made a fundamental error," Sarah explained, her diplomatic mask finally slipping to reveal the steel beneath. "You assumed that because humanity sought peace, we were incapable of war. You confused our desire for cooperation with weakness." The holographic display shifted, showing manufacturing centers hidden throughout human space. Massive shipyards that had been constructed in the asteroid belts of a dozen systems, automated factories that had been working around the clock for decades. The humans had been busy while the galaxy's powers squabbled and conquered. "Every ship you're seeing was built by automated systems," Sarah continued. While you were busy enslaving worlds and flexing your military might, we were perfecting manufacturing technologies. While you were conquering, we were creating. Each vessel out there is crewed by artificial intelligences more advanced than anything your hegemony has ever developed. Counselor Zixar's voice was barely a whisper. What do you want? The same thing we've always wanted, Sarah replied. Peace. Real peace. Not the peace of the conquered, but the peace of equals working together for mutual benefit. And if we refuse? Sarah's expression softened, but her words carried the weight of an entire species' resolve. Then we will demonstrate why humanity doesn't seek war. It's not because we fear it. It's because we're very, very good at it. The silence in the chamber stretched for long moments. Finally, Vexto spoke, his voice hollow. What are your terms? Immediate cessation of all hostile activities against any sentient species. Release of all enslaved populations. Reparations for damaged worlds. And participation in a galactic council where every voice is heard as an equal. And in return, Sarah's smile returned, genuine this time. Partnership, trade, technology sharing, and the protection of a species that has learned that true strength comes not from the ability to destroy, but from the wisdom to build. As the Zephyrian High Council began the humbling process of accepting Earth's terms, Sarah looked up at the viewport showing the vast human fleet. Humanity had finally taken its place among the stars, not as conquerors, but as the galaxy's new peacekeepers. Sometimes, the greatest victory was knowing you never had to fire a shot.